Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ledger podcast, our CA Day special series. I'm Shlok Jain, Assistant Manager, Deals Lifecycle at Grant Thornton Bharat, and I'm really excited to be hosting today's conversation. Joining me today is CA Suman Sehgal, Director, Deals Lifecycle at Grant Thornton Bharat. Suman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Shlok. It's really a pleasure to be a part of this podcast.
I would really take you back to the first few years of your journey. And I would like to ask you, what made you choose chartered accountancy? And, what kept you going through this long journey, which requires so much of patience? How do you remember the day when you finally saw the result as successful and you were no longer a CA aspirant, but a chartered accountant?
I'll start my answer with that. I have always been a youngest among my cousins, with an age gap of almost 10 to 15 years. So growing up, they naturally became my role models. One particular cousin of mine left an everlasting impression on me. He had secured an admission in SRCC and was pursuing chartered accountancy alongside with that. At the very young age, I did not fully understand what SRCC stood for, but the term chartered accountant stayed with me. The journey, however, was far from easy, I must tell you. There were phases of intense pressure and self-doubt. Now looking back, I believe it was a consistency and an ability to keep going, even during the most overwhelming phases, that helped me succeed. If I have to talk about the defining moment, Shlok, I would say when I saw my final result, there was a very deep sense of accomplishment, of having achieved something I had been working towards for years.
Definitely.
But more than my own happiness, I would say, what stood was seeing my parents' joy and pride. Their reaction made the moment even more special and truly marked the transition of being an aspirant as a chartered accountant to a chartered accountant.
What advice would you give to aspiring chartered accountants who want to enter this field? And what skills or mindset should they focus on early to build a career in mergers and acquisitions?
Be clear about what excites you and align with it at an early stage or whenever the opportunity comes.
Right.
Don't hesitate to learn things, even if it is making a lateral movement or stepping out of your comfort zones.
Right.
The earlier you align with your interest, steeper and more meaningful your growth will be. So early in my career, it is easy to get fixated on title, compensation, promotion, timelines, etc. But M&A is a long-term game, my dear. It rewards depth of experience, deal, exposure, business understanding. So if you're willing to trade off your short-term goals, your comfort zones, I think you will be in the right trajectory. But what it matters is what kind of a meaningful contribution you are able to make it to your profession, you're able to make it to your organization in that phase. Focus on building core M&A skills early.
So how do you yourself manage, and how should young professionals prepare for the future in this field in complementation with AI?
AI has gone far away from being a buzzword to becoming a DNA of whatever we do in our daily practices. What's challenging significantly now is the role of AI. It's making process like diligence and analysis much faster and more data-driven. But I would like to highlight this. It's not replacing the deal professionals. It's elevating what we are focusing on. Judgment, client relationship, decision makings are becoming even more critical.
Right.
So for anyone starting out the playbook, it is clear. Get your basics strong. Stay curious about technology and build an ability to think and communicate clearly under pressure. That's what will differentiate you in the next phase of M&A.
Could you please throw some light on, what is the kind of mindset that helps you, move from executing work to leading teams?
I would say the biggest mind shift for me was from moving from delivering work myself to delivering outcomes through others. Early in my career, I was focused on being the best problem solver in the room.
Right.
But as you step into leadership, success is no longer about your individual output. It's about how effectively your team performs. That meant learning to step back, delegate meaningfully, and
Right.
invest in developing people instead of jumping into to solve problems. So I started focusing on setting directions, asking right questions, and enabling my team to succeed while I was always covering their back. I think the second most important shift was thinking more strategically, moving from executing tasks to building scalable processes and long-term capabilities.
I personally took a break from chartered accountancy, pursued an MBA from SP Jain, and later came back to complete it. So, from your perspective, what would you say to those people who are trying to restart their CA journey or feel that they have fallen behind?
One thing which I always call it as a biggest myth is that we need a perfect timeline for everything. If you have stepped away from CA and are thinking of returning, that already tells me something important. You haven't given up.
Yeah.
And that matters more than anything else.
Yeah.
So my advice for those young professionals would be, don't compare your journey with others.
Right.
Don't carry a baggage of past attempts. Focus on building momentum again, one step at a time.
Right.
Because I think ultimately when you qualify, nobody will ask how many attempts it took. They look at your mindset, your skills, and how you perform. If you think that you need some sort of a motivation, you need some sort of a conviction towards what you're doing, speak to your parents, look into their eyes, and you will be able to achieve everything you are looking for.
Yeah. That's truly very encouraging, and I'm sure it will resonate with many who are finding their way back. Thanks a lot, Suman, for sharing your journey and insights with us. Conversations like these remind us that every path is different, and growth often comes from the choices we make along the way. To all our listeners, here's to staying resilient, supporting one another, and continuing to learn at every step. Thank you for tuning up into the Ledger Podcast. This is Shlok Jain signing off. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.